Take a look at this. This is actually a lychee gecko. Lychee geckos can literally climb glass. But how exactly do they do it? We're going to answer that and plus a bunch of amazing other facts about geckos. Geckos can stick to things like tree bark. They can stick to glass. They can stick to almost anything. But how exactly do they do it? At least since Aristotle, scientists have wondered how geckos stick to walls. They long ago ruled out the hypothesis involving sticky secretion, suction cups, and tiny hooks, leaving only two possibilities. One is that tropical lizards stick to surfaces with a thin layer of water. Because water molecules are polar, their electrical charges are unevenly distributed, they might stick to some polar molecule in geckos' feet. The other possibility is that geckos stick because of the Van der Waals force. The force comes from fluctuations in charge distributions between neighborhood molecules, which need not be polar. Their charge fluctuations naturally fall into sync, creating an attractive force. So scientists tested to see if geckos could stick to silicon dioxide, which is polar, and gallium arsenide, which is not. The lizard feet were sticking to both, proving that Van der Waals forces are at work. They realized why geckos could stick while other lizards couldn't, and that's because geckos' feet are actually covered in millions of little tiny microscopic hairs. Take a look at this classic example here of crested geckos. This is a lily white and a couple females in here that are sticking to the walls just like this, and scientists are still trying to figure out how those hairs actually work. There's a lot of unknown things about this, because if they can figure this out, they can actually start using like robotics that actually can climb sheer walls. So really unlocking what these microscopic hairs do and how they actually work could really lead to a lot of advancement in technology.
Since today is all about geckos, we're gonna play a little gecko guessing game using my posters that we have in here. I'm excited.
It's like Jeopardy.
Alright, let's get started.
Can I have a handicap? I'm blind. Can I get closer and Mike, do you further back?
Let's do this. I know this one.
I know this one. I would call it a Sarah-Sonoran gecko.
Yeah.
I would call that a figure four. Sarah-Sonoran.
You guys are both right on this one.
Hang on a second. What happens if we lose?
How about one of you has to eat some Pangea?
Okay.
Gecko food?
We'll make the next round a little harder.
Great.
So why do they even need to stick to walls anyways? Well, the fact is that a gecko like this lineatus right here has actually got very little defense mechanism, right? So basically what happens is if a predator comes to this animal, it's got nothing to fight back with. All it can do is basically climb the wall, get away, climb a tree, whatever it is, get away from that predator. And that's one of its biggest attributes for sure. And it's absolutely amazing that geckos like the Sarah-Sonoran gecko here has the ability to stick to walls. But it's not the only adaptation that causes them to thrive. And of course, the camouflage, and these guys are protecting to them as well. I mean, this is amazing. If you looked into this enclosure, you wouldn't even see that animal sitting there on the rock. You know, you've got the branches right here with all the cork bark. It kind of just blends in perfectly. Camouflage is so important to an animal like a gecko that, again, doesn't have very many defense mechanisms.
But this one is a cross. I will accept 2 answers.
That's a lychee.
Good job, Mike.
Oh, we gotta match it? Here, I'll plug my ears so you can say your answers first so I can't copy you.
No, don't do that. I can't think when you... Let me look at his tummy.
Well, you can't even see the tummies on the thing.
Very clear eyes. Got the patterning of like this one. He's got the coloration of this one. But then he's got the eye colors of like these two. Is it figure 7 and figure 11?
No.
Are either one
No,
of those
it's
right?
not either.
So you said you'd accept 2 answers,
Yep.
right? It's pretty dark. And now, is this like fired up, fired down?
So I'd say she's probably fired up. Say the photos on there are all fired up stage.
Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking it's either figure 10 or figure 7.
Nope. She's a cross between figure 2, which is the Nuami, and then Pine Island, which is what, figure 8.
That's not
So she looks more like this.
Gets lines from that, and then she gets the circles from this.
Yeah, and
basically.
she's got more of the color of this, where it's like grayish purple.
This is so much harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is. And it's hot in here.
So I guess is the overall loss, right? Please say yes.
I am spilling it everywhere. Oh, and he's gonna jump on me with the Rapashi feet. That's just... We're feeding the geckos. Did you know they eat through their feet? There we go. Oh! There we go.
And then take the spoon. Yeah,
Oh.
get it right by his nose. Get it a little bit on his nose so he knows what's going on.
Oh
There we
my
go.
goodness. So if you don't know, guys, geckos eat food.
Another things that geckos have that actually save their life is the fact if a predator is following them trying to get to them, they can actually drop their tail. Now a lot of geckos will actually grow their tails back. Now some don't. Like crested geckos here are a perfect example. This is one that has a beautiful tail, and then this is one that obviously lost its tail when it was younger. It doesn't grow back because it's a crested gecko. Now a leopard gecko and many other geckos will actually grow back their tails, but when it comes to cresteds, it doesn't happen. And it's actually relatively rare to have adult crested geckos that haven't already dropped their tail for some reason or other. I tell you what, this is one pretty gargoyle gecko, there's no doubt about that. And why do they drop their tail? I mean, what's the purpose of it? What's the defense behind it? You gotta remember, if they can't run away, they're not gonna attack to try to protect themselves. But what they do is, as a predator is coming, it's gonna grab, and if it grabs that tail, what is it gonna do? It's gonna drop that tail so it can get away. The predator actually is gonna eat the tail, so it's a win-win situation. The predator gets a meal, the gecko gets to run away without its tail, but it saves its life.
Look how cute it is. It's like a little puppy dog. This is the lily white.
Dude, you know what to say, dude. You've been around these geckos so much.
This is a lily white. They have sticky feet, as you know, because you're watching a reptile channel. That these are one of the most popular pets in the reptile hobby. He's gonna jump again. They have pancake heads. Because
So many kinds of lychees. I didn't realize there was 47. I'm sorry. 16. I'll go first this time.
Should I go in the corner and like...
I would say because of the stripe. Is this also a cross or just one
Nope,
singular?
this is a pure one.
Oh, I'm going between these two.
No, but I'll
would've guessed
I'll
it,
be
too.
honest with you, it looks more like 9, but it's not. This is a specific line. Yep.
One chance I get this right.
Don't mess it up.
So I'm gonna have to say, according to my calculations, dude, it looks like it could be either one of these two. Alright, getting closer, huh? Figure 4.
This figure 4, yep.
The W is on its back.
Oh, I didn't even notice the seagulls on his back.
Here.
Another thing that's really unique to geckos is the fact that they can vocalize. That's right, lychee gecko like this, they'll actually chirp or growl even. And then some things like leopard geckos actually can scream. They actually have vocal cords. And that's something that's very unique to geckos compared to any other lizards. And when you hear them chirping and growling and doing all kinds of stuff, it's one of the cutest things in the world.
Tiebreaker round. We got this little guy. You'll have to go check out those over
He's
there.
teeny tiny.
Connie, do you want to go first on this one? Oh, these are all the geckos from New York. There's a lot of them that look like that. Oh my goodness, they all look the same. Man. He is cute. It almost looks like a day gecko. Or not a day gecko, a morning gecko.
Oh man, this is hard.
I don't know how to say those names. I gotta be plugging my ears if she gets it right.
Yes, that is the one.
I plugged my ears just in the nick of time. I honestly have no idea what she said. It's not helpful because it also kind of looks like whatever this is, but not the same color.
It is that one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So that is figure
So that
5.
poster just doesn't have all of them on there. They're
Oh, he's on that one too?
yeah.
Dactylides avocado.
Agricole.
I tell you what, if you got geckos, I have not enough hands. I don't have kids, but what I imagine feeding a toddler would be like, honestly. Look at that. Chugga, 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 chugga. The geckos love when you act like with spoons of train. This is a Cirrus norm. They come from New Caledonia. They come from the wilderness. They use the spots in the back because, I don't know.
But not all geckos can climb walls. Leopard geckos are a ground-dwelling animal, and out of the 850 or so species of gecko, many of them actually cannot climb, believe it or not. And when you think about the leopard gecko, they come from the desert area, right? So when it comes to the ones that can climb the walls, they're probably more from the rainforest, kind of foresty areas where they need to climb trees to get away from predators. In this case, these guys just need to run kind of fast. In the desert, getting into rocks or above rocks, they really don't have the ability to climb because there's not a whole lot of things they can climb other than rocks. And then geckos like the Uroprates fimbriatus actually have incredible eyesight. Almost all geckos have amazing eyesight, but this particular species has up to 300 times the eyesight than a human being, believe it or not. It's one of the only animals that can see in complete darkness, full color, which is absolutely incredible. Look at those eyes right there. And of course, those eyes really aid them in not only finding prey so that they can eat and so on like that, but also during the nighttime, if something is predating on them, they actually can see it so they can climb up that tree or climb up whatever it is, get away from it to save their life.
Oh goodness, they're so beautiful. Oh my goodness, you can hang from the tail?
Prehensile. Like
Really?
a monkey tail.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
They can hang from it.
Well, guys, we're learning something new, and I am extremely sticky now. So I'm gonna wash up.
You did so bad it seems like we faked it, dude.
I did.
No, you didn't, dude.
I was acting. You don't think I know that they could hang from their tail? Come on.
So we're still tied, but I don't think we're gonna break this ties, and I have to get back to work. So you both get to do it. Yeah.
Shot, 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 shot.
Why are you excited about eating gecko food?
Everybody!
With apricot. What's an apricot?
Why are you saying it like apricot? It's apricot.
Oh, what is apricot?
Kind of
For crested
like a plum.
geckos and all fruit eating. I don't eat fruit that much. Hang on, I'm trying to read it. Apricot, banana flake, whole egg
Dance.
powder. For all of you health nerds out there,
Made with-
this is legit like a protein powder. All the fruits in it. I mean, it's got manganese, it's got gluconate, pantothenosinate.
Papaya, apricot, or with insects. What?
Papaya.
But Mike, the bugs are great protein. Are you gonna go to the gym later or what? You need-
Probably not.
Salud. What are you, antisocial? Salud.
Why do you keep getting closer to my face?
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh. Oh god, it tastes just like apricot.
It doesn't taste very good, but it doesn't taste horrible either.
Doing more? Oh, that's terrible.
I've never tasted it. I don't want to taste it.
There's no doubt that geckos have amazing abilities and are just incredible animals. And believe it or not, some can even save you 15% on your insurance. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember,
This is not for human consumption.
I think you'll be fine.